Hi, this is Dusty with Magnum Bikes Product Support, and today we're looking at the settings on the C7 display. Now these settings will be the same as the Magnum C6 display. Both of those displays featured on a lot of our bikes now and previously. And the settings will be somewhat similar for the smaller L7 display. You can see the display here in the center, and then we have the controls over on the left. The controls are the plus and minus for the pedal assist. There's a set button, and there's the power button. So to power this display on, you may have to wake up the battery on your bike. You may not, depending on the model. And then you'll just press and hold this power button. And you'll see the display come on, and it goes through a little boot cycle where it shows the BMS, flashes the tire size, and then brings you to the main display. You can see your speed in the middle, miles per hour and kilometers. If you want to change from miles per hour to kilometers or back the other way, you're going to press and hold the plus button for quite a long time. I think it's 5 seconds until the miles per hour or kilometers flashes. You'll see it flash, and then you can press up or down to change from kilometers back to miles per hour. And then we're going to press set to save. So we're in miles per hour. You can see the pedal assist modes here. You can change those up to 6. And these displays have a unique function that when you get to 6, if you keep going up, it goes back to 0, where there would be no pedal assist. To turn on the backlight on the display, you're gonna press power once, a short press, and you'll see the backlight comes on, and you'll also see a headlight function. If your bike is one that has an integrated headlight that's controllable through the display, then you would turn it on that way. Otherwise, you'll be turning on your headlight actually at the headlight. The BMS is your battery voltage down here in the bottom. BMS stands for battery management system. So you'll see the voltage that your battery is sending to it. And over here, you'll see all of our trip and odometer and time settings. To cycle through those, you'll press set, and you can see that the icon moves to which one you're on. The odometer on the bike can't be changed, but the trip odometers can. Trip 1 is one that you reset yourself, and trip 2 is one that resets automatically. So it just lets you know like how long you've been riding right now. The same thing with the time. That's gonna be your ride time for trip 2. Now, if you wanna reset trip 1, while you're on trip 1, you're just gonna press and hold the set button, and then it will flash. You have to press and hold it for quite a long time, and then you'll see that it will actually reset. Now I wanted to show you the advanced display settings. This is a way that you can tone down the speed of your bike. And on these C7s and C6s, there's quite a bit of adjustment. So to do that, we're gonna press and hold the plus and minus button, and you will need a code to get into it. We're gonna press and hold those down at the same time for about 5 seconds, and then you'll see that it flashes these 4 digits over here in the corner. Most of these bikes take the code 8088. So you'll see I change digits by pressing set. Then you can use the up and down to get to a different digit. I'm gonna press set to move, and I'm gonna accept both those 2 final 8s. And then the last set should take me into my pedal assist settings. If it doesn't take you into this screen, it means it does not accept that code. And there are some other codes. You can reach out to Magnum customer support to figure out some different code options for your bike. The first screen here is your pedal assist top speed. You can see this P up in the corner. Now the pedal assist top speed that is allowable is 28.1. If you'd like to tone it down, you can adjust this down to 20, 15.6, 12.5, or 0. Now 0 doesn't actually mean 0, it's actually kind of an open wide power setting. So if you really want your bike to be the most powerful it can be with this display, you would actually set it at 0. For this bike, I'm gonna set it at 28.1. I'm gonna press set once, which will take me to the next screen. This is actually a T. This stands for throttle top speed. The throttle top speed tops out at 20, and it cannot be higher than the pedal assist top speed. So you can't set your pedal assist for 12 and your throttle for 20. The throttle top speed will always default to the pedal assist top speed or lower. So I like a throttle top speed of 20. You can also lower this down to, I think, 3.7, which is slower than a walk. That would be barely even noticeable. But I know in some countries, this is the max top speed allowed for throttle. I'm gonna hit set again, and then it's gonna take us to our tire size, which is set on this bike at 28 inches or 700C. So you'll just wanna make sure that this matches the size of your wheel. It's not always the exact size of the wheel. What we want here is actually the size of the wheel and the tire. the complete diameter of the wheel, and that will give you a more accurate measurement for distance. The next screen is your odometer, which cannot be reset. That way you can always know how many miles are on a used bike or on any bike in the world. So it does have an odometer setting here, but you can't reset it. Next, it's going to show us the voltage the system is set for, because these displays can actually work on a 36-volt bike as well. So you would want to make sure that this voltage setting is correct for your bike. Now you see that the display turned off. That's because it has a sleep timer. So I'm going to turn it back on, and I'll get back in these display settings here. And finally, one of my favorite functions on these displays is the power, normal, or eco settings. This allows you to make your bike a little less aggressive or torquey. It will still have the same top speed settings that you set up in your pedal assist and throttle top speed modes, but it will just get up to speed a little bit slower and maybe use a little less battery power. So you can select whichever one you want here. I like my bikes on power, but if you were going on a longer tour, or maybe you have like a 35-mile ride ahead of you, you would maybe bump it down to normal or eco. Similarly, if you have someone who says that the bike is a little too aggressive with throttle speed or in pedal assist one, you could set it on eco. And then to save those settings, I'm just gonna press and hold set. Another function on the Magnum displays is walk mode. This is really handy if you are pushing your bike somewhere and you don't want to have to push the weight of an electric bike. You can have the bike do the work for you at a walking speed. On most of our bikes, including the C7 display, you'll press and hold the down button, and then the display will go about 6 kilometers an hour. On this display, you know it's happening when it flashes that little 6K M at the bottom there. The walk mode will only engage as long as you're holding the down button. The idea being that you would press and hold this, the bike would walk alongside you, and then you would release to stop it. So that should outline the display settings there for you on the C7. Also works for the C6. The display settings are somewhat similar for the smaller display, the L7. If you have any questions about this display or another display or anything on your Magnum bike, you can always reach out to Magnum Bikes customer support by phone or on our website at magnumbikes.com. Like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.